WASD to move. Base to jump. Right mouse button to toggle flashlight on and off. Left mouse button to interact and examine. And escape to toggle the menu. Oh my god, the sensitivity is insane. My voice is definitely not ASMR, but thank you. That okay, I guess. This, a wrench? Give me that. Give me that. How do I, oh, what the fuck was that? Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them, a mind unfit for lofty thoughts. She'd once come in here to see if there was any old firewood. Otherwise, she stayed in her cluttered house. Familiar. Excuse me? Why is it saying that? Is that because I'm... Oh. Oh. Okay. Dump. Conserve your flashlight battery. Recharge it at power outlets. Explore freely and security calls. Enter them. Oh, fuck. That battery power? Dude. What? What the freaking frame refresh thing here? Hell. This is just like a little shitty, like Minecraft style castle here, or what? What? At least they, oh my god. Glitching through the wall now. Alright. Can we swim? Can I run? I can't even get knee deep in the water. I'm allergic to water. My character's allergic to water. Good first step. First, a good thing to know. Check the back. This. I think that's recharging my flashlight. I'm not. Locked. Locked door. Is something, man. I have no idea what to expect with this game. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them towards the shoreline. Isaac could remember when the old buildings still stood here filled with families. This place got like torn down. I really have to use my imagination because this looks like they're building it up. Well, we're getting old, Isaac said to Abel. We're getting older. We've been getting older since we were born. He was always smiling. Abel never smiled. Never smile. Sorry, he said, and he cried because he often cried during these talks. What, she said, for a lot of things. He cried. I've been able because he never smiles. Or maybe he only cries. Conversations were not new. Long ago, Isaac had learned to love Abel despite or his despondency. I don't even know what I need a dictionary. Hugged him as the wind tossed her long gray hair around. Gray hair? People are old, I guess. Right here, some like military bunkers. There's like, okay, so this is interesting. The power lines keep going across the map and out into the sea. So the sea, this island was swallowed up by the water. Or some idiots built the telephone poles in the, or the power lines in the sea. They got what they deserved. Ezra kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. Rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it, he said. Because I trust him. Dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you. That's how... This. Sat down with the flashlight? What about Ellie? Ellie mentioned anything to you? Take it either, nor did I, nor did it, and yet it's gone. There's a thief! A dirty thief. Stealing things. What is this? Battery? That scared me when it was dark. It's like crazy. What are these? Daniel, the last one I gave the key to. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. Didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. There's a missing key and everyone's blaming each other. Not in here as far as I can tell. Saying that she knows more than she's telling us. Wood was older than anyone could remember and had rotted and fused with the floor? What? It do that? I didn't know wood can fuse to the floor if it gets that old. Problem is she's a liar, Ellie, fiddling with the knobs on the... And I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly, you're a partial judge. Saying that she knows more than she's telling us. Problem with Isa, Daniel said, putting the book down. He was being interrupted here. Why is he in this dingy house reading? Weird, Daniel. Weirdo. And I'm really bad at reading comprehension when I read out loud, but if I don't read out loud, then everyone's probably just gonna... What the hell's going on? Mysterious liquid was drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Oh, so some on Earth kind of this. Is this one of those things I have to use my imagination for? Liquid in this thing that drained into the ocean. There's 3 creepy trees over here. This place was a forest once. No, it wasn't. Well, maybe like 100 years ago. Why does the, it looks like it's getting night time when I look up here, and then all of a sudden it turns yellow. I don't know what's going on. The forest, it must have been a long ass time ago, because there's a giant mountain here now. Unless this is a volcano. And that could be it. What is this? Suspicious circle. Come back when night falls. Now that is this. There were no spider webs on the skeletal remains. The last of the spiders died years ago. Now that is sad. No, I'm not going down there yet. No way. That looks good. Houses in the water over there. So much. Alright, I'm gonna check out the houses in the water. I wish there was a sprint button. Yeah, the sea definitely rose and swallowed a bunch of shit. Oh, I can't go out. Daniel sat with Ellie under the tree, his arm around her. Okay, thanks for the exposition. Another bunker over here. Let's go in there first. Doors rusted shut, it would never open. Oh. Oh. Alright, I was gonna just try every combination, but then I lost where I was, so... Just do it the normal way. Why is this fire still burning? That's sketch. Were you and Abel doing at this house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain? Casually flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. Who's laying on the bed? Oh, that's a shitty bed. Daniel came in, yelled at him suspiciously and beautifully. What? Suspiciously and beautifully? Those are some interesting adjective combos. What were you and Isa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about? Power building. Something to do with the power building. Can't get over to this fire? Oh, come on. Come on. What's that? Candle? Gaining any insight here. Getting a little bit of insight. And I'm not. Oh my god, what is this? This is some cult shit. What childlike emptiness I feel. I find the most peaceful solace in fantasy, find in masquerades of truth and reality. Writers taught us with unreachable worlds with more beautiful than our own. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive, but to what end? This island is all the world we know, and it is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. Okay. Rest. Abel read to escape, Daniel read to feed his lofty, strange thoughts, Isa read to pass the time, but Ellie, as far as Abel knew, hadn't opened a book in years. What did she do all day? He didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. But all of them, were they as melancholy as he was? No man on this island, and I know him well. We have played together as youths, we have cried together, we have eaten together. We have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. He is a constant companion and my worst enemy. Puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his selfish ends, and anyone I love, I watch helplessly with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. Gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. There exists worse than. They could make more candles, they couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. So they have bees if they can keep making candles. Oh, what are they using for the wicks? I remember when the moon still shined. Each night was bathed in warm silver. Shadows were mysterious and friendly. The moon doesn't shine anymore. The island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like, but Abel and I do. And we were both filled with longing for intangible joys that it can no longer provide, for friends that do not exist. Feelings that felt when I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now, that smile is a took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. What's this? Oh, I found a little lockbox. Isaac could not talk to Abel about her feelings because Abel, burdened with his, he often sat at her desk and wrote. She did not know who would ever her papers, but there was something profound about preserving thoughts. Live long after there was nobody around to read. Believe the word of Hector. Hector! The religious teachings that were passed me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness, and maybe the ones who went before us are waiting there. No way to know. We have to wait for our death to find out. And truth be told, I am ready. I'm ready for the beginning of a new adventure. A key! Yes. This is a different key. Where are those things for my flashlight? 'Cause my flashlight's running. Oh my god, this room is sketchy as hell. Been thinking about life, said Abel, sitting down, and death and uncertainty. Here at the pile of wood, he hadn't burned wood for months. Let's talk about Ellie instead. Abel was silent for a moment. About Ellie. Okay, so some sketch is going on with Ellie. Abel often visited Daniel and loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. Isa and I were out for a walk, and Abel entered. Thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book. Hello, he said. His expression could... My mind, I can't... all these... Also, what the... There's like some sketch... There's some sketchy sounding music right now. There's a... I'm going over here to refill the battery. This music is so sketchy sounding. Is this place the one that was locked? Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absent-mindedly picked up the book. Caught his eye, or rather the lack of something. What is this? Isn't natural. The moon sliver was gone. Stared at the empty days. Days? Sometimes struggling to comprehend this simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Isa, perhaps? She was the only one with a key to the Chapel of Infinite Light. But Ellie or Abel could have borrowed it from her as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. The moon sliver was gone. Isa had the key to the chapel. Word of Hector II. Woodland Teeth, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than other demons. It hated the people of Hector and desired to take the island away from them. Lurked in dark corners and unseen passageways, schemed horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the Woodland Teeth, dark underground, packed and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream and said, Hector, time has come. The great enemy has arrived. All do well to tremble. Great and his gravity unspeakable. Go take the moon sliver from its pedestal and do battle. So Hector went to the chapel of the moon sliver and went in. What kind of battle? Like Pokemon? Battle are we talking? Word of Hector IV. Again the moon came to Hector. Woodland Teeth is vanquished, it said. The people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. Here's the moon sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy document remains in possession. But know this, should the moon sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save the wrath of the Woodland Teeth and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe, keep it ready, and may live in prosperity on this island that I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak. Hector I. The moon sliver was written by the pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves. and found by the noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the moon sliver, and make for it a place in the chapel of infinite light, for it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known. The demons of the night, be feared. Know that it will protect you, and should my light cease to bathe the night in holy silver, give it a place of honor and prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." So Hector took the moon sliver and placed it in the chapel of infinite light upon a silver pedestal, and the night was warm with light, the day was bright with warmth. Is that all? I didn't find a key in here. Code. We're looking for a code for that hatch. But we also didn't go down that, What? It's so dark out now. I don't like this. I should have went. The night was wild and cold. The monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. What the fuck? No! Oh, I can't go in. Oh, this has a code too. The fireplace. Is that an accident? Oh, there's a key. Sun. Watched Ellie put her clothes back on, his eyes unfocused, not really seeing her. Didn't say anything, her lips were pursed in that eternal ignorant scowl. Got up from the bed and opened his box. He used to believe that one day he would plant the last few seeds and they would be able to grow food again. But now he knew the ground was poison. Isa had given the seeds to him for safekeeping. Isa loved him. Isa trusted him. Eyes filled with tears, but he didn't let Ellie see. "Most to me, Isa, for a walk," he said. She didn't answer. She just left. Okay, so this is locked. The other one had the key in the same room. Maybe this one will too. Yes, indeed. I didn't know what the object was, but she remembered. Now far underwater. Box. He's often. Press the first 3 until they click and leave the 4th alone. We got it. We got it. That took way too long for me to figure out. I am going to go. Where is it? Flashlight refill up. Does this one work? That's the question. We're never gonna. I think it's. Why does that one exist? No one in the storage. It's been way too long to find those keys. That was scary. whole area looks scary. Why am I so slow now? I'm walking way slower. What the fuck, dude? Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. Alright. Let's do this. Left or right? I'm going right, apparently. Another code. Code was long forgotten. Nobody had been below in many years. I will find the code. I'm way slower in here, which is making me more scared. Going right. Ellie? Daniel's voice echoed around the tunnel's silence. What's going on? Couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. Better not be. Daniel heard soft scratching footsteps behind him. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Oh no, I'm in a giant maze. Right or left? Going right again. Keep going right. Dead end. Right. What is this? What? Just more of these little panel boards that people said they could. I never felt like this before. Knew these tunnels well. She had been down here on time, yet she was lost, confused, and afraid. Not blame her. This is sketchy as hell. Dead end. Okay, so we've explored those options. God, I thought I heard footsteps. Called again, Ellie, still no answer, but he heard the footsteps again. What the I did hear footsteps, didn't I? What? He didn't even have time to cry out at the shadow silhouetted in his flashlight beam, lunging toward him. What? And the flashlight's still on, like he was just here. Give me that knife. Give me that knife. What are you, crazy? You gonna walk around here without a weapon? Give me that knife. Give me that shit. I'll take the saw, dude. I'll be unarmed anymore. Sketching me now. What's so long? What the fuck, dude? felt its breath before she fell to its claws, and then she was gone. Dude, I'm not prepared for this. Prepared. Sign up for this. Am I supposed to be finding some code? Wood. Oh, just edge. Would let me pick up that knife. Could totally take on a crazy, creepy demon with a knife, I'm sure. Oh my god, the monster's second. The night was wild and cold. Holy shit. Going here now? And as I couldn't remember the last time she'd been under the mountain, there's no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. Clutched the old knife in her right hand. Oh, so she gets a knife, but I don't? Yesterday the moon sliver went missing. Today Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the world of Hector by heart. The word of Hector by heart. Sinister implications were not lost her. Music is more peaceful again. Abel heard her and answered, "I'm here." There was nothing strange about his voice. There was something strange about his voice, something Isa didn't like. "What are you doing here?" "I'm reading of ages past. Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are?" "I do not." "They are missing. They are missing in the moon sliver. Do you understand me?" "I do. Night will fall in a few hours and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours, and we'll keep the fire burning. Keep the door locked and we'll pray. Abel will pray unseen moon from..." Alright. We can't stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark. Are you happy? Yes, I'm very happy. Tears in his eyes, and he was struggling to control his voice. "Isa, I know you. I know every inch of you, and I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy." Isa didn't respond. Fuck this. I'm going back. My flashlight ran out. I'm not going through here with no flashlight. What? Oh. There's no reason to leave. What? Fuck you, game. My flashlight's out. Oh no. Is it supposed to be out? Fucked up. Fucked up bad. I don't know if my flashlight is supposed to be out or not. Thing here, the tears were flowing freely. I would like it if you stayed with me, Isa. Please stay with me. I will find you, Abel. I let it out, Isa. I destroyed the moon sliver. Burned it yesterday after I talked with Daniel. Her eyes were filled with betrayal, anger, great angry tears. "What?" Abel said. "No, why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you? We're already in hell. This island is horrible, barren, lonely island. This place of sin. This hell." All the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found. Those many years ago, I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I had lived life since then, and I have seen the truth of their words. Liz could not respond as tears streamed from her face. She just kept walking towards the sound of his voice. The knife clutched in her hand. Not read the left, perhaps I said, but I did, and I remember that incredible clarity. Supernatural clarity. Fear not the dark shadows or the scratches in the night. For the woodland teeth is your salvation. It is your escape. It said this and more, Isa. The woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell. It is here to take us away from it. I could see him ahead, her flashlight beam cutting through the sickly fog. He was sitting in a chair, a book on his lap. As she approached, she could see that he was crying too. I believe the word of Hector, she said, and I will not go to hell. Please trust me, please. Believe the word of Hector. He put the knife to her chest point first. I love you. Killed herself. Not a strong young man anymore, but Isa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. He always loved the water, but then what? Read until it found him? No, he didn't feel like reading anymore. Ready to be rid of the entire cursed island, books and all. He would wander aimlessly and freely to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then when night fell, he would return and wait. Oh my god. That scared the shit out of me. Oh shit, it's not over? This creepy man actually the salvation? Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright. Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright and windy. Shit. The woodland teeth. He was a good guy. He took me to, well, maybe I'm in heaven. I don't know. What happened? Is this real? Freesound.org